this drone, I gotta show you something cool. This is like April 10th, I think, or I don't know, it's Sunday. It's like 50. My lights are still working. People give me crap that I haven't taken down my Christmas lights. I believe this is the, I gotta look it up for sure. I think this is 4 years now. These LED lights that are solar powered, I put up before Thanksgiving like 4 years ago. It might be 3, I know it's, but they're still going and there's not hardly any burned out. And it was uber cheap, and I'm trying to think where I bought them. It was from China for like $12, and it's full string. I think it's pretty. And the only thing I did, right here's the solar panel, okay? There's a solar panel, and the way these work, the only thing I did, because people that had them for like garden and stuff, for garden lights, they'd leak water and get into the battery area, and then you know, it'd short everything out, corrode everything up. So I took and covered the entire body with, it wasn't Gorilla Tape then, you couldn't, Gorilla Tape didn't have UV proof tape. This is UV proof clear tape. And I totally wrapped the whole thing and put it here. And the way these work is so cool. They've got a cell phone battery in them, and all they have is like a transistor, a diode, and the battery is set up with the ones like in your phone that have the protection, so undercharge won't let it go and overcharge won't let it. But basically, when the sun comes out, it charges the battery. The circuit is just so freaking simple, there's nothing to it. There might be a resistor. I'd have to look it up. I researched it. I tore one apart, and I never made a video of it. But yeah, when the sun turns on in the morning and the sun hits it, it basically trips a transistor, and it just moves power. Once there's power moving through the solar panel, it kicks a transistor off, which trips off the lights, and once it stops charging, you know, the safety charging stop and start for the battery is in the cell phone battery pack itself. So once it hits the limit, if it is fully charged, it will stop charging the battery, but it still has that transistor is open. I can't remember if it's a TPF or FPT, whatever you call them, but transistors work different ways. And then there's a diode to prevent reverse polarity going, you know, and reverse voltage in it. That's about all it is. It's just so simple. It's cool. And it's been working, I believe, 4 years now. Almost, well, at least 3.5. But yeah, it runs through and then it trips a transistor. I can't remember if it's an NTP or TPN, whatever the hell. They trip different ways. And then when it gets dark and there's no charge going through the transistor, it trips back the other way. So then it lights up the lights. And then if it runs down, the battery will stop with the protective circuit on the cell phone battery. It stops letting any voltage go out, so then it goes out. But I swear to you, this thing runs almost all night, every night in the middle of winter. I've never seen it out in the morning yet. But I do have that light. And that light up there does, I got it angled just enough. It isn't the shade, but it does catch a little bit. But this thing is like, I think it might have been Gear Best or Tom Top. And they wanted like $40 for these junk ones 4 years ago at Menards. I think I bought 2 or 3 of these for, I believe, $12 a piece, shipping included. But yeah, I had to cover them, and the tape's still sticking. I'm just checking. Awesome. I can't think of a brand of tape, but Gorilla Tape now, the clear Gorilla Tape, is UV resistant. I can see this is starting to get some pockets, and think I might have to recover that one day here. But I was doing an experiment to see if it'd make it through just the freaking November to December through the winter. Wow, This is awesome. Yeah, it's such a simple circuit. I might try to find a link and post a link. I think Big Clive did a video on one of these on the guts on them and how simple they are. It's cool. All right, other than that, everything's cool except key eraser. I got the key eraser's in there. I'm driving my pickup. The key eraser's in here. It's noisy, but I can show you. Turn on the cheap. Key eraser's sitting for another day. I got the brake booster. I could drive without the power brakes, but then I got a misfire. I had a coil pack go out, and yeah, so I had to order parts because nobody has parts for a key anymore. Even overnight, no big deal. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. 4 spark plugs for you. It's the first enter for you snowflakes. 4 smart plugs, 2 coil packs. Runs to 1 coil pack, splits to another coil pack. 1 coil pack runs actually a plug wire to the other wire, which I believe this key, I never really searched deep, is just a 4-cylinder. When one's firing, one 8, I believe it fires 2 plugs at once. When the one that is firing is under compression, I believe on exhaust, the other one fires also, because there's only a 2-wire hit control to it. I believe it fires both plugs. When one's on compression to fire for power, the other one is on the exhaust because they're opposite, 2 and 2. They're opposite timing, so when one's on fire, the other one's on exhaust, but that other plug fires again. It fires on intake and exhaust, okay? On compression. On a 4-stroke, on a 4-smoke, not a 2-stroke. Bang, bang, bang. It fires on a compression stroke on 1 cylinder and then staggers a cylinder, goes to another cylinder, and I believe that spark plug fires when the exhaust port opens. When one of them, the intake and all the ports are closed. On the other one, the ports are closed basically at the same time, but the exhaust is open. It fires again to burn any unspent fuel. And that's how they got the emissions back in 1998 to work, which is simple, but it fires twice. You only got 2 coil, all the new stuff has a coil pack for each one. This one don't even tell if you have a misfire. You can't hook up a scanner like I got and it'll say number 2, no. But no, it's very simple. But I do believe the way it's set up is that 1 coil pack fires 2 plugs, compression stroke, exhaust stroke, which would be compression on the other one. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, maybe I'll draw you a picture someday. I'll just show you when I got it. I'm waiting for parts for tomorrow. And it's going to get cold for 10 days after starting Wednesday. Below freezing again. Normal temps like 58. It was 60. Wind's still blowing. Now it finally quit. But it's going to get below freezing like 26, 24 for the next crummy days. And the wind's supposed to blow like a big dog. No wind. It was windy all day. Finally I have no wind. No wind. I can relax. I'm going to stand out here outside in the 51-degree Frankenstein weather. And oh yeah, I got all the parts for the Lincoln, but I can drive if I have to, but I have to take care of that vacuum leak on the intake manifold. Yeah, been a busy man. But yeah, there you go. I got all the parts. There's the vacuum boosters in that box, but that's probably a full weekend job as fast as I want to work on it. Yeah, just take and unhook the freaking main master cylinder lines, take the master cylinder off, and then take the booster out with the 4 bolts clear under the dash underneath inside where you can't get to. I have to remove all the air box stuff. I have to remove the electrical ignition, all under the hood, fuses box, the fuse box and relay, all that. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but hey, it made it 470,000. If I only got to do it every 470,000, this is in 1998. It's 24 years old. For you snowflakes, 24, and 24 years from now, I'll have to do it again. Yeah, probably still be going. Oh, I love that little car. It's awesome. Nickel and dime, yeah, $120 for the booster. I'm putting new ignition coils on and all new spark plugs, as I have to order it. I haven't done that for like 70,000 miles. You change plugs, put new coils on while you're doing it. Yeah, I was like 65. You know, my time is my time. Gets me around, it's cheap on gas. Not like this thing, 11 to 12 miles a gallon no matter what you're doing. But old Faithful keeps plugging away. Alright, there you go. But yeah, I wanted to show you some cool stuff. It's gonna cloud over, they say, but it's supposed to be 72 tomorrow.
Concerning for us?
I'm listening to Mayo Clinic radio. I guess I can
because we already know that people are overexposed to these chemicals through contamination.
Wow, it takes a long time to turn the knob on this thing to get the volume down. But it is a big double DIN I did myself. Yeah, it's got neat video. I can make it do video and all kinds of stuff. Check it out. Let's see here. I remember how to do it. You don't want to see it really fast. I don't know what's going to pop up. Video card. Touchscreen. Uh-oh. Let's go see. Probably don't want to see. Oh! Hey, bras and hot ladies. See it? Woohoo. Cool breeze. Only while you're sitting idle and working and fishing. There you go.